I'm so proud of you. You did really good out there. You were so boss. Is that still a thing? That's how you say it, right?
Is that what the kids say these days?
I don't know. I'm 4,000 years old.
Hip, cool, and poppin' fresh?
Yeah. Oh my god, the forest is on fire.
What?
Hello, I'm Eric.
Hi. I'm Travis.
Your local fire department.
Yeah, we're kind of screwed.
Seems like it.
I mean, the picture shows a lot of fire. She's not going to put it out with snow.
No. There's even a lot, like, in the background. This
Yeah.
is a big-ass fire.
Unless that doesn't represent how big the fire actually is, but I guess it's
Like, they were just laughing and cursing. How did it spread this fast? They pour a bunch of gasoline out here?
Yeah. Maybe there's a drought. I don't know.
Dumbass camper number 5 spontaneously combust or something?
Taking 3 nervous steps back, I glance over my shoulder.
Is there a national park that's like a lot of lava and stuff? They just walk through here and
Well,
ruin
that
everything?
one chick has a volcano on her head.
That's
so.
true. That's her fault.
Yeah. Even though we were saying it was water, but I think they said it was a volcano and not a geyser.
Yeah, I know. They said volcano, but I'm pretty sure they're geysers. Or
Unless the geysers are heated by a nearby
there could
volcano.
be a volcano there too.
I don't know geography.
Me neither.
All right.
Geography rocks.
That's geology.
Yeah.
I mean, technically there are rocks. Okay, moving on. If running to the station is the only way, I guess I have no choice. My legs bend and I take my first giant step. But before I can take another, a shrill voice breaks through the woods. Hey-yo! Eve!
Hey, she made it.
Yellowstone launch. She is gonna spray it.
is.
Yellowstone launches past the trees and into the clearing. Branches and leaves cling to her clothes. She skids to a stop, her eyes locking onto the fire.
This is my time. Step aside. I got this.
Okay, so what's happening? A fire, you idiot! Look around.
This is the role I was born to play.
What are you doing here? Eve, there you are. V for victory. She offers a stiff salute.
She has no idea what's going on right now. This is normal for this forest, right?
We're here to help. Her voice is muted, buried under the crackling of the fire. We?
Hello.
Oh, yeah. For some reason I thought that was her saying that.
No, I just knew it was going to be her, so I said hello.
Descending from above the trees, Zion flaps her wings as she glides down. Wouldn't that just spread the fire?
Yes.
To me, stopping to meet face to face.
You can't do this alone.
I told you to stay at the cabin.
Miss Eve, if this doesn't get put out soon, there won't be a cabin.
Her usual meek voice rings with a mature clarity. Like an untamed weed, the flames shoot up taller. Branches look like candle wicks. Smaller flames snake to the surrounding trees, lighting the very soil aflame.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, we don't need all these metaphors. There's a fire!
It's spreading very quickly.
I hate to bring non-park personnel into this, but she has a point. Fine, but as soon as things start looking hairy, I want you to get out of here.
Yeah, they'll totally believe that there was a huge fire that you put out all by yourself.
Yeah, she's the best. They give hurried nods. Good enough for me. Congrats, girls, you're deputized.
Promotion.
Gather up as much snow as you can and dump it on the fire. That's the worst plan ever. Dirt works too, but don't give the fire any extra fuel. I got some gas cans.
Yeah.
Ma'am, yes ma'am.
Liquid. Any liquid works, right?
We all scramble to work. Yellowstone and I search for scattered piles of snow. We scrape them up by the armload and drop them onto the fire. The snow evaporates before our eyes.
That's not going to do much.
No. Zion flutters up to the peaks of the trees, shaking any branches that are still coated white. The snow crumbles away, smothering large portions of the flames.
There you go. That's a little better.
Yeah, it sounds like sizzling bacon. Yum.
Now I'm hungry. Screw the forest.
Yeah. Let's go to Denny's. Game created by Denny's.
Time for a grand slam.
But as helpful as Zion's efforts effort is, sorry, it only puts out the connected trails of the fire. The second tree cracks as flames spread across the bark, then the next tree. The smoke is harsh and oppressive, flying right into the back of my nose and filling my lungs with buckets of burning air.
That's not good.
Squinting is the only way to see through the pain. I expect my eyes to shrivel up in their sockets.
We need more snow.
If only my eyes weren't so gigantic. Through a fit of pained coughs, I call out to Yellowstone and Zion, hoping the 2 blurry watercolors in front of me are them. No good. We need to get out ASAP.
Wait, I have an idea.
Save it. If we stay here, we're toast.
Toast and bacon.
The blur that I'm pretty sure is Zion ignores me, turning to the Yellowstone blur instead.
Those are only a few items we offer at Denny's.
Yellowstone, you know I love you lots, right?
This is us, like, easing people into the fact that we got a Denny's sponsorship or something. We didn't, don't worry.
Yeah, no.
If we did, though, we would totally sell out.
Yeah.
Of course I do. Love you lots, too. But the fire.
Breakfast food all the time?
Yeah.
I know. Which is why I'm really super sorry for what I'm about to do. Please don't hate me.
Yep, this is their plan.
Mm-hmm.
How could I ever hate my Earth Angel?
She's gonna blow her load, and Zion's gonna wing it all into the...
Yeah. Zion raises up her tiny leg and stomps down on Yellowstone's foot. The snapping of branches and crackling of the fire isn't enough to disguise the crunching I hear as Zion digs her heel into Yellowstone's toes.
Let's go dump a bucket of water on Yosemite.
Right, yeah. I mean, if she is the...
Would that work?
That would be amazing. There's a broken whine. The pain is delayed. Why? The high-pitched whine cranks up a frequency, growing as sharp and piercing as a fire alarm. I'm losing my mind. A few sniffs and it dissolves into bawling, shrieking straight into my eardrums.
I do it all the time when I...
Oh, Lord.
I just read a sentence, and it's just like...
Yeah, it just all starts to blur together.
Right. Oh, there you go.
Wah, wah, wah.
Waluigi confirmed for NPG.
He's my favorite national park. I go from shielding my eyes from the smoke to covering my ears to drown out the crying. The brain-rattling shriek pierces my skull. Water bubbles from the opening on Yellowstone's head. Yeah, it's not a volcano.
Okay, so she's sad.
Yeah.
Sad makes it explode.
Boiling like a pot on the stove. With the explosive power of a gunshot, a geyser of water shoots out of her head, spraying into the air.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Whoa, 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 what?
Good, you're doing great. Just keep crying. You're ugly.
I'll try.
Your cooking sucks. I slept with your boyfriend.
Pigtails are so 2005. Yellowstone keeps the long-form sobbing going. The water sprinkles down on me, cooling me off in the midst of the hellish heat. Wait, that's it. You just catching on?
Your jacket is stupid.
I hear you loud and clear, kid. I shoot Zion a thumbs up. I have to give it to her. This is a smarter plan than anything I could ever come up with. Like grabbing piles of snow.
I mean, we came up with it. We should be park rangers.
Yeah, we thought of this immediately.
As long as they send us national park waifus, I'm down.
Right. I'm sorry, those don't exist. Well, you better figure it out. Yeah. You need our help. Yellowstone, aim for the fire. Okay.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah. Sobbing like a child. You're just like punching her in the gut over and over again.
You gotta keep her going. That's why I'm like, keep insulting her.
Sobbing like a child lost in the supermarket, Yellowstone obeys, bowing her head and blasting the geyser at the burning trees. Zion latches onto Yellowstone's waist. Heyo. Guiding
the water.
Guiding the rush of water to the flames. Reminds me of a firefighter aiming a fire hose. The swaying red and orange shrinks as the water splashes down on it. Bit by bit, the fire dies down. Smoke, lighter than the gray plumes that choked the air only seconds ago, blankets the clearing with the layer of mist.
Squirtley enough for the Squirtle Squad.
She kind of sounded like a Squirtle there, too.
Yeah.
The roaring of the flames quiets into the snaps and pops of a campfire, until all I hear are Yellowstone's hushed whimpers. Her tears and the geyser have dried up, as simple as twisting off a faucet.
Yeah, it still looks pretty green.
Yeah, it's fine. No harm, no foul. The three of us hack out our lungs, retreating from the smoke so we can get a better look. Is it out? Did we get it all? Yellowstone brushes away the remaining streaks of tears. Looks like it. I scuffed the heel of my boot against the dirt just in case there are any stray sparks.
Yellowstone!
Zion tackles Yellowstone's legs, snuggling her face into her jacket.
I'm so proud of you. You did really good out there. You were so boss. Is that still a thing? That's how you say it, right?
Is that what the kids say these days?
I don't know. I'm 4,000 years old.
Hip, cool, and poppin' fresh.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, you really think so? She wraps her arms around Zion and brings her in for a hug. You did pretty swell out there, too. That was some quick thinking.
I've been waiting to just stomp on your foot.
I crack a smile. How can I not? We just stopped this whole section of the park from going up in smoke. Also, these two might be adorable.
I am.
Still, I can't help but shudder at what would have happened if I weren't here. And it's all because of those punks. Another group of careless campers. If it's not painting on rocks, it's hunting without a license. If it's not hunting without a license, it's somehow starting a forest fire in the biting cold of early spring. If it's not somehow starting a forest fire in the biting cold of early spring, it's having sex.
Wouldn't they'd be banished from this park, right?
Oh yeah, they'd be arrested.
Yeah. At the very least.
She just let them leave.
She didn't even get their names.
No.
Dumbass Camper 2.
Look for a guy in a green coat that has burn marks. Yeah. My smile, that small burst of happiness, is short-lived. A glowing sense of duty lights up my guts. As raging as the fire, I start trudging my way out of the clearing.
We'll be hacking up black stuff for the next 5 days.
I'm about to.
Miss Eve!
Thanks for the help, but you two need to get back to the cabin.
You're welcome, bitch.
Where you going? To snuff out another fire before it spreads.
What?
The rage stews inside me, building like a pressure cooker, urge to kill rising. I storm out of the woods. Pup's howls yelp out from the cabin as I pass it.
All right.
Of course this would happen. That confuses me every time you do it. Of course it would. I'm like, what is he doing? I keep forgetting that Pup is just a you.
Are we ready? Are we going to Denny's again?
I want a grand sandwich now.
Yeah.
How could Jesse think things would actually get better here? Why would I even humor that optimist junk? After all this time, I should know better. I should know how these people operate. I should know every thoughtless bastard tells themselves they aren't the problem, and that one slip-up won't hurt anything. How the old men grumble about permits and feel entitled enough to throw their empty cans of beer into the lake because a sliver of their 6 figures are tossed us, like tossing leftovers to dogs. It's not enough that I'm beholden to the greed and laziness of bureaucrats and the drooling masses. The land has to be too.
All right, well, while you do this, I'm going to Denny's.
Yeah, go back to emo. I'm going to go get something to eat. Its vivid lushness, airbrushed with greens and yellows, and on those dewy autumn mornings, the brown and orange of harvest. The salt and pepper mountaintops and their rushing waterfalls. From the impenetrable Rockies to the harsh beauty of the Badlands, to the sparkling shores of the Pacific and the Atlantic. Let freedom
ocean.
ring.
Yeah, from the ocean to the prairie. To the mountains, white with snow.
It's just another resource to explore, to profit off of, to enjoy then abandon. If that's how it's going to be, if that's the world we've built, let me be the first to try and knock it down. Time to take over the world. There are tents here now.
My reign begins now.
You like fire? She starts like burning them alive.
I'm going to harness the power of my national park girls.
That'd be awesome. They form a super villain group.
Yeah.
When I get to the camp, the Brat Pack is huddled in front of a tent. It shakes and blows with the wind, held down only by the stakes driven into the ground.
She just sets the tent on fire and walks away.
How do you like
Oops,
it?
I missed a spot.
They drilled stakes into the ground. Does that mean Yosemite's laying on the ground with a bunch of puncture holes in her?
She like feels like a mosquito bite.
They speak in anxious whispers, unaware of my presence. The kid in the green jacket puffs away on a cigarette, combing his fingers through his messy hair.
Didn't you learn the first time?
What the hell? Get a vape, loser! His girlfriend is the first to see me charging over. She mumbles his name, but by the time he notices me, I'm already up in his dumb face.
Dumbass.
I nab him by the collar and yank him from the safety of his group. I twist his shirt so my knuckles press against his neck.
She's coming.
I've met a lot of idiots on this job, but you must be a real protege. Like the splitting of the Red Sea, his friends clear a path around him.
What's that? Well, we'll continue with this
Yeah.
probable fight.
She's gonna kill somebody.
She is.
Can't wait.
They deserve it.